I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we've got a great lineup today with the dude, of course, a very popular founder, and we're going to get into JANUS Towers, guys. So it's going to be really great. Before we do that, though, share the show on X, and sharing is caring, as they say. And let's get this show on the road. So without further ado, we're going to bring in the dude. And give him a round of applause, as they say, as we go. Nice. There we go. The dude didn't expect that, so there we go. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I feel like I should bow or something.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a few people already in the house, so it's great to see that come to hear you talk about JANUS Towers, which has only recently been launched by my accounts. Big welcome to Rich Landon in the house. Good welcome to Blair. Great to see you in the house too. And also we've got Sean O'Malley as well. Morning winners. I like that. We like that sort of idea. And Hexagrader and Noel is in here too. Hey gang, great to see you. And welcome everybody. Yeah, welcome. And especially welcome to the dude.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, you've launched a couple of projects on TitanX and PulseChain. So you're a dual blockchain developer and base chain too, right? So that's three actually, base chain. So that's three chains, man. That's exciting. So I don't know. Quite a few people may not know who you are, so I was just wondering whether you could let them know a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I guess you can also add Binance to that list at this point.
Oh, really?
Well.
Epic.
Yeah. But those are just add-ons. Just starting from the beginning, I got into the TitanX community and really wanted to be more than just a participant in buying and holding tokens. Had some ideas and brought them to life, and that's where Helios came from. That was I believe it was the third project to launch on TitanX over a year ago. Time's flying.
Yeah.
And then since then, I've launched E280, which is pretty much the other large project that brought in 18 trillion TitanX into it.
Amazing.
Last October.
Yeah.
Yes.
For those that don't realize, that is just a ginormous number. So well done. Yeah.
It exceeded all of my expectations. I love it. And that's since then I've been expanding E280 and Helios. I've expanded it to Base, Binance, PulseChain, and several more chains are coming soon. So
nice, awesome. So I said two chains, and now we're up to multiple chains. So it was pretty awesome. Now TitanX, of course, is on Ethereum, and of course you've always had, as one of the TitanX founders, you've had a project on PulseChain for a very long time. And that is JANUS, correct?
Yes. Yep. And that was designed to be like the logo is a two-headed, person, which is kind of like it's representing having a piece of both PulseChain and TitanX, like the portal between those, really trying to join those two ecosystems together. And since launch, it's an LP web token. And I'm sure if you're a PulseChain fan, you've heard of Richard Hart's law and understand LP webs and how they've been proven and beneficial. So this is an LP web token that's, like I said, got LPs with Pulse. It's built on PulseChain, and we have probably 20 TitanX tokens that have been bridged over from ETH onto PulseChain and paired with it as well. So it's
a lot of people may not know that, right? So a lot of people may not know that that's actually happened. So pretty fantastic. Now you got JANUS is now LP Web, and of course I guess that moves up with Hart's law. PulseChain rallies, it rallies too. That's kind of the idea there.
with the added feature of if Titan X rallies, so does JANUS.
So does
So
Janus. Yeah. Nice.
it's
Yeah.
it's banking on either and both of those ecosystems, which I'm bullish on. So
Yeah. Good to see Crypto Utah in the chat there, by the way. Welcome. We got a question there already. We'll get to that in a minute. So you've got Janus already. It's been around for over a year. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you've
It
got
launched.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you go.
It launched pretty quickly after Helios. I've been very interested in these LP webs, and that's what E280 is.
Mm-hmm.
So I launched Janus first, and just to really like the best way to understand it is to play with it, right? And so I launched a LP web, and it's been running ever since. And then now I'm realizing, wow, this is something worth building on, and that's where the tower came from.
Right. So presumably Janus has got some Helios in it. It's part of the whole web.
Absolutely, and H420, which is the like omni-chain version of Helios.
Omni-chain version of Helios. Right. So that means that you obviously got the 888 day payout coming for Titan X as a staker. So that's going to come into the system. How do you think that might impact Janus in particular?
Well, the majority of the ETH that's coming in, which is currently estimated at 62 ETH, majority of that is going into buy and burn H420.
Okay.
And, like I said, Janus is paired with the whole ecosystem. So that ETH has to buy Titan X and then buy HLX and then buy and burn H420. All of those tokens are part of the LP web with Janus. So it'll definitely, move with that bonding.
That's an awesome explanation. I just wanted people to have a good context of the breadth of the ecosystem that you've made, and I think you've really explained it well there.
Also want to add that E280 is well intertwined with all this as well. It's got lots of LP pairings with H420. It's paired with Janus as well. So that's always been my goal. Like as I add additional projects, it's also further bonding the whole ecosystem into one massive ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So very good. We've got one question here before we get into, I guess we're going to go to the price chart next and get into some of the detail. We've got Darko here says, same question as always, how are you going to get new users to Janus? Chats like these are not helping, says Darko.
This is my resident fudder at the moment.
Okay.
I'm happy to,
Pretty negative question to start off with. Maybe Darko
yeah,
maybe start with some stuff.
It's all good.
That's the question he thought he could come to the live stream and ask the first one. I mean, who's got the problem here? I think Darko, you might need to rethink your constructive critique there.
Right.
I think that's enough question.
My response is I am here reaching out to a PulseChain community and trying to get the word out on what I'm doing, what I'm building.
Yeah. All right, so we might bypass that. I mean, Darko, if you're going to go onto a YouTube stream, why don't you start asking some really constructive questions rather than kicking out? It does annoy me when people come and do this sort of stuff. All right, let's get into the details for those that are constructive, and we're going to get into the first one here, which is the price chart, which is up and to the right at the moment. So,
yeah, like that's really this protocol can be complex and it can be very simple depending on how you want to look at it, and that's why I kind of want to start with the chart. Everybody loves the chart. That's everybody in crypto understands what a chart is, and every token's got one. So at the simplest form, this is a buy low, sell high type of game. And you can keep it as simple as that. It's designed for volatility to the up and downside, but it's also got constant buy pressure coming in, and we can go into that later. But at the simplest form, you can just look at this chart and go, do your TA on it, all those things, however you look at buying other tokens and selling them, and leave it at that, and not have to worry about any of the complexities that are going on behind the scenes. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, the chart looks pretty good at the moment. There's the Tower 28 chart is the new project that you've launched. How long has this been around for? I can see on the chart there.
it's about 40 days.
Yeah.
I'd say like the first 2 weeks were pretty slow going, getting the word out. And then we had a pretty solid stream and some people got interested. And that's where you see the initial run up, which was about 2,000%, that's always, that's what traders want to see, right? The moon mission.
So
And then they,
yeah.
yeah.
So traders are getting on this chart. That's encouraged, right? To people to buy and sell it. Typically buy low, sell high if they can, and that's going to help, I guess, feed the system. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. And also note that this pulse pair is on 9mm as opposed to pulse X.
Right. Okay.
There's lots of other pairs on pulse X, but just throwing that out there.
And the reason for that particular point?
Well, some of them, I initially set up some LPs as, or wanted to set up a V3 LPs, which PulseX doesn't offer. This is a V2 LP anyways, so I considered migrating it to PulseX after I realized, well, I want a V2 anyways, and then I didn't want to like mess with the chart or, pull liquidity and then re-add it over here and play any of these silly games. So I was just like, well, I launched it on 9mm. I'm just going to leave it there. I've since burned the LP tokens, so at this point, there's no deciding to do anything different. It is what it is at this point. So
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So
I do like 9mm, but PulseX is more popular for sure.
Yeah, sure. 9mm. I mean, they're consistent. They're always out there, promoting and doing NFTs and other things that they do. So, I mean, they're pretty good. 9-inch has a lot of work to do. So we'll see what they do, but definitely 9mm's out there, every week, and I track them. So that's a good decision. 34 cents right now. Where do you want to make any call about where you think this chart might go over time?
I definitely want to give the disclaimer that none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. The only thing I want to really point out is what happened in the past. Like, I'm not trying to do any future analysis, but the first run up was about 20x. It pulled back about 60% from there. And then the second little wave was up another 150% or so.
Yeah.
It's pulled back again, and now we're at where we are, continuing to run up. This is what I expected to see. Obviously, the open market, dictates this, and I have no idea where it's headed. But I can explain the tokenomics behind it and why it's got such volatility to the upside downside. I'd like to point out that there's less than 100 holders on this, and it's
early days. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's possible this could do so much more, but again, no future estimates on what the chart will look like.
So basically, the best way to enter this project is just to buy and sell into it, trade it. Yeah.
Yes, and I would say probably through the Pulse pair specifically. It's starting its own LP web that's actually paired with, I think, a dozen other tokens now at this point. So it's turning into an LP web built on top of an LP web, which is also very fun and unique. And I can go into more on that as well.
Okay, cool. So that's the chart there, guys. If you guys want to start trading it. Now, there's some more mechanisms to this, right? So let me just think about this. So it's on 9mm. People can buy and trade it. The idea is that you're going to try and buy it low and sell it high if you can. It's going to be obviously getting into helping the protocol. So how does that help the protocol operate through that mechanism? People just trading it normally.
It generates massive volumes. So you can really look at this as the JANUS incentive token.
Hmm.
So it's paired heavily with JANUS. And this is not just what we're looking at is token 28, but there's actually 28 tokens. There's Tower 1, Tower 2, all the
Yeah.
way up to 28. They're all bonded together. They're all bonded with JANUS, with the heaviest bonding at level 1 all the way up to 28. It's got the thinnest LP with JANUS. So
So I think that's
it's
probably where we
designed to
that's
attach.
probably where we should go from here, right? Is that we're just looking at one of 28 tokens, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, you can.
this is the magic. This is the magic. So I think we should probably get into that. Before we do that, though, should we have a quick look at the holders?
Sure.
Yep. And so we've got the holder count here. So it looks like at the moment, just of this number 28 token, which is actually at the very top, right, of all these token ladders, let's say. And we've got the max supply at the moment, 786,000, 72 holders here at the moment. And I can see the contract itself has got 87%. So are you able to help us work through a little bit with this?
Yeah, first off, so the initial supply was 1 million.
Yeah.
So we've seen over 20% of this token burned
Right.
in the first 40 days, which is astronomical to me. I think
Yeah.
that is an amazing stat to see. And I think it can continue that trend. So the tokenomics on it are designed for massively deflationary mechanisms that we can go into specifically on how the buy and burn works. But just pointing out that over 20% of it has been burned. And then that top holder, that is the Tower 27 token paired with Tower 28.
Oh,
So
this top holder here, Tower 27 and Tower 28 together.
yeah.
And the burn at the moment is this one here, the second one, is it? Did you say?
No, the burn it's actually burnt. You're not going to
Oh,
see
it's gone. Oh, right.
burn.
So it's coming off the max total supply there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, there's the three main methods, isn't there, to burn, I think. And one of them takes it off the total supply, if I remember right.
exactly. Yeah. And this
Yeah.
is that one. Some of them they just send to a burn address. This actually burns it out of existence.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So Rich says here 21% burn from very short time with only 72 holders is impressive. Yeah, that's fantastic. In that space of time.
Yeah, I think with another wave, we could easily burn another 20% over the next month, which
Rich says we're going to win because we're too damn stubborn to give up. Yeah, that's true. Darko says I'm one of the biggest Dude supporters. Dude is great, a builder with a great project. He just needs participants. Yeah, well, that's why he's on the show today.
yes. Thank you, Darko.
Yeah, I appreciate those comments. All right, so let's. That's the holders there. Now this is just one of 28 tokens, so I think that's where people need to step back and think, "Wow, 28 tokens. So what does it all mean? 28 tokens, and you got them paired up with each other. I guess paired token 1 is paired with token 2 with 3, etc., all the way up to 27, 28.
Exactly. And that goes along with this whole bonded liquidity experiment, or Hart's Law, as most of you know. The LP web is proven to work. We've seen it. I think we can all agree that LP webs have their place in crypto.
Yeah.
And that's what JANUS is. And so what an LP web, how it performs is having these ARB bots fixing the prices. So the more LPs you have, the more volatility, the more volume it generates, the more taxes get paid, and that system just churns. So with this, the idea I had was, what if you had 28 tokens in a vertical stack and bonded liquidity? So you got the LP web that goes horizontally and is spread out. But when you go vertically, how does that look? So if you buy token 1 with Pulse, the token 2 is paired primarily with token 1. And so with bonded liquidity, that pumps token 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And then when you take token 1 and buy token 2, you're now pumping all the other tokens.
All the other tokens.
So by the end of the line, you're $1 from the base of $1 of Pulse going in through the tower is going to be amplified 28 times. You're basically running that same dollar in and pumping the next token and next and next and next, and you're getting 28 buys out of one.
So
And
we've
what that
kind of
does is,
let's just step back from that a moment, just to think about the fact that so in Titan X we've seen layer, we've got ETH in Titan X, and then we might have a Dragon X, and then maybe a Morpheus. So we have like 4 levels. But here
yeah,
you
or
got
I
28.
use
Here you
Baby
got
Dragon
28
X.
levels basically.
Sorry.
Is that the idea?
Yes, yes. And I tend to use Baby Dragon X as an example of that, a success story where Titan X pumped, Dragon X pumped, Baby Dragon X pumped. And, in that, that's, Titan X, Dragon X, that's only 3 layers. And we've seen over 100X on that. So that's the magic of bonded liquidity. Now it can go, it can go the opposite direction. If tokens going down, it can go down even harder with that. It's more like think of it as a leverage play. And that's where this experiment really drove me, is what does 28 layers of tokens look like? And what you get is massive volatility. That's where
Yeah.
we've seen, this is still early days. Less than 100 holders showed up, putting a few $100s in, and it's gone up 2,000%.
Yeah.
And then we've seen them taking profits, and it retraces, 60, 70% as expected, because, just as fast as that tower explodes off the ground, it'll come back crashing down as those players are exiting.
Right. So so we know what happens when the price rallies. I mean, we get a bit of FOMO in the chart as well.
Yeah.
What happens when the price comes back? Like we've had our first pullback here, back 60%, and then it rallied again. What made it rally there, do you think? New users or
I
people that are trading that are playing the game? They're pretty committed.
I would say the first pullback is the initial investors taking profits, and that's what you're going to see in any chart, really.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the rebound, I would say, is that buy and burn pressure. It's running throughout this whole time, and so as sellers stopped selling, the chart just started rebounding. And then this last green candle, there were a few buyers, I guess, that decided to get in. Once they're seeing this chart start to curve up. I don't want to speculate on why or how, but I mean, it's
Yeah, so
designed to
the
have
buy
that
and
buy.
burn is playing a role in here.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
helping keep a sort of a floor price in some ways, I guess, relative to traders, I guess. But the one thing we haven't mentioned is that just looked at the stats there. There's a 3% buy and sell tax that's feeding the buy and burn, correct?
Yes,
Mm.
yes. And actually, it's 1.5% are reflections. So
Okay.
holders are earning more tokens,
Okay.
and
Well, there's another incentive.
1.5%.
Yeah. So if it does pull back, there's an incentive for people to go and to try and grab some of the reflections as well as the buy and burn benefit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But
So
it's not disconnected, right? But it's also connected those 20, into a group of 28 tokens.
heavily, like you
And it's
saw,
all
87% of the supply is connected to 27,
yeah.
and over 80% of the supply of 27 is connected to 26.
Mm.
So
And the whole system is connected to Janus, and that's connected to the whole Alias and Titanx ecosystem.
exactly,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
So there's the big picture. That's the big picture. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. All right, let's get into we're going to come back to the Janus token, but let's get into the actual visualization. So we've kind of talked about it conceptually, but the actual visualization might help a lot of people. Where do you want to go to? We've got the dashboard and the tower buy and
Uh,
burn here.
uh, just the buy and burn. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm looking to add tower stats. I've got a first draft that I'm going to push to the website in the
Mhm.
next couple of days. But to give people a better view of like how much has been burned, how much is in actually liquidity, which is, it's 90% of it's in liquidity, and
Mhm.
less than 10% are holders. But yeah, so this is the beginning of it. It's got
Mhm.
pulse. That pulse is getting used to buy token one,
Yeah.
um,
So
and
this one here,
then
this
whatever.
the pulse balance is got the pulse to buy at the moment is $35. It's got a little fee to earn. Um, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Just, I
I noticed
mean,
that
just
there's
like any other.
we got. So is this level 1 or level 0? How do we think about that first? Is that the buy and burn pool? That's separate. Is it kind of like just
Yeah, I
separated?
would call it layer 0. Yeah, like
Mhm.
because it's the pulse entering the tower and it's
Yeah.
buying tower token 1.
Mm. So basically,
Um,
imagine everybody, if you're watching, imagine a big tower. And you're on the bottom floor. That's got the buy and burn capture from the 3% uh, 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 taxes, which is half of that's being used for the buy and burn treasury, let's say. And then above that, you got level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to level 28 on this tower. That's basically the idea, right?
yes.
Um,
Eh,
It would be cool to actually have a little. I don't know whether that's possible to have a little picture like that. Actually, a little tower thing, and maybe just the I guess the value on that each tower, just to give an idea. A quick ramp up. I don't know how difficult that is, but that's kind of interesting because at the moment you've got it set up as a block form, right, just to show the levels.
mm,
Now, the one thing I want to say to you is that I think we're jumping straight from the buy and burn, or the level zeros we're going to be calling here, and then you've got jumping straight to tower number 4.
yeah,
So tower number 1, 2, and 3 are not showing up here. Is this what happens?
it's
Depending on
because 1, 2, and 3 are empty.
right?
Every single one of these levels are running at different cap for swaps and
Hmm.
interval wait times.
Okay.
Um, and for whatever reason, people have called 1, 2, and 3 more often, and they have just been completely drained. But the second you call that layer 0 and you use Pulse, it's going to buy token 1, and then that tower 1 box will pop up immediately and show
Yeah.
that balance.
So if someone called this one here, the tower level number 1's going to show up. At the moment, there's nothing sitting in tower level 1 to 3. The only amount of money at the moment sitting in the buy and burn balance for tower 4 with level 4 there.
Yeah, and then as you scroll through,
Level
they're all
5, level
different
6,
balances.
level
Yeah.
7. They're all got different balances. Level 8 jumps up. There's $1,700 in there. So is that just representing the activity that's going on at that level with with the players, whether I guess their advancement or maturity into the tower game, let's say?
This is where it gets more advanced, and like I want to reiterate that the users don't have to know fully how this works. They
Okay.
can just understand that it does. But so Tower 28, the buy and burn is fueled by 5 tokens total, 5 tax tokens.
Okay.
Starting with JANUS. JANUS is what is putting Pulse into this buy and burn. And that's
Right.
why I would consider it the JANUS incentive token, because all of the taxes of JANUS are earning Pulse. And this tower is increasing the volume of JANUS because it's built on top of it.
Hmm.
And so it's working back and forth with each other.
So that's just one. So there are multiple tokens feeding these tower levels. Is that essentially the case? 5 in this
Yes.
case for
So
level 8.
yeah, and tokens 7, 14, 21, and 28. These tower tokens. So every 7th level is a tax token as well. So
Right. This one
you're
here.
looking at 7 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every buy and sell on token 7, it's 3% as well.
Okay.
1.5 is reflections to holders, and 1.5 goes to this buy and burn.
Right. So just
So
as clarity, there are actually only 4 out of the 28 tower levels are actually taxable with the 3% tax, with half of that going to the buy and burn for that level. Is that correct?
and half is going to holders of
The
that
holders
level.
as reflections on that level.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not on that level, you're basically going to buy the next token and the next token. Is that essentially the idea? So if I'm a user coming in, how does this work? So I'm buying level 1
Yeah,
token.
no, so I wouldn't recommend a user doing that. That was part of the experiments. And we found if you start with Pulse and then buy through the whole tower and get to 28, you're
Yeah.
going to be at a loss.
Right.
That is not beneficial. This
Well,
whole thing is designed for the buy and burn to do that for you.
right. Okay.
So
So
as
let's pause on that thought just for a moment, because Rich Landon, I think, has got something related to that in the chat. So we'll try and build out that idea. Rich Landon says, my first pass through the tower, I went through all 28 levels one by one. we learned that this is best for the ARB bots and volume, but not as good for the investor, which is what you just said, essentially. Yeah. And then we got so better results are buying Tower 28 with Pulse directly, buying Tower 28 with small buys of say $50 each buy or less.
And that's because of the arbitrage.
Right.
So if you make a buy, there's this LP web. So you buy token 28, and just like any other LP web, it immediately creates a differential in LPs, and an RBot will buy up on one and sell on another to equalize that price.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, again, we want that. We want our bots because they're paying the tax, they're supporting the ecosystem.
So let's think about this a bit more. Then, if we've got those 4 different levels of different tax levels, and level 28 is one of the tax levels, right? So you got 3% on that. Yeah. So people buying and selling the top of the tower, there's certainly fee to buy and burn. How does that impact all the tower levels below? Just in a very simple way. How does
you can just click around on Deck Screener. I mean, we don't have to necessarily, but you can look at, some it'll make a large buy, and then there'll be 7 sells right behind it. And that's all our bots buying from 7 other LPs and equalizing that price. So a lot of times I'll see an RBot that will buy token 24 and then take 24 to buy 25, 25 to 26, 26 to 27, 27 to 28, and then make that sell. This is creating ARB plays across 4, 5, 6, several tokens. And again, that's where the magic is on this, is it pretty much running $1 through the tower generates $5 to $10 of volume on JANUS. And again, that's where the power is on this. Like the users, we're not trying to get users to do that. You should select what level of leverage you want. Like you can hold token 7 and all the pulse is still going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and get to you, but it'll continue buying past you. So maybe, it's up to the users to decide what level of leverage they want to play this game at. And 7 is way less volatile than 14, and 14 is less than 21. Like the deeper you go, the more volatile.
So now we're getting to some of the I guess the impact on the user. So initially, based on Rich Landon's comment there, is that if everyone's buying level 28, they're going to have more volatility.
Yes, but that's, again, if you're playing the buy low, sell high game, that's what you want, right? You want high volatility. You want the chart to rip 20x up, sell that top, and it pull back 70%, and rebuy the dip and do it again. Like that's what traders are looking for, right? And that's
so. In terms of the bot activity between Tower 1 and 28. What have you been observations of that value add to, I guess, the users ultimately?
The value add is this whole tower is built on JANUS, and JANUS is feeding all of the pulse that it earns from taxes into Tower 28 buy and burn.
All right, let's pause on that just a moment, just before we get into that. So this is the JANUS token here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one. So in terms of building up that point that you just made, what sort of tax and things is on this token? Is the main JANUS token, which has been around for 1 year and 4 months. So yeah,
and it has, I would say 99% of the there's less than 1% liquid supply on this token. It is 99% in LP pools. So that's basically what any person would want to see if they're looking at an LP web token.
Right.
And so the tax goes towards burning JANUS itself. So it's deflationary on every buy and sell on its own. And then there's an allocation to the HLX DAO, which we can kind of look at our treasury as well there, that feeds the HLX treasury. And then also the HLX, I'm sorry, not the HLX, the Tower 28 buy and burn.
Right. So this goes into if we go to the website, this feeds the Helios DAO, which we were already on before, but this goes to the treasury, right? Which is this one here, which is right next to the Janus Tower, by the way, everybody. So that is the Janus Tower there, and let me post the website too in the chat there so people can check it out also. So I just want to summarize some of the comments we've made just to make it clear. But that is the Helios website. Check it out, everybody. You can get involved in Janus Tower. Do your due diligence as always. So this is the treasury. So that is getting fed from the Janus, and I guess from any flows from the ETH Tightneck side, particularly maybe the payout in the future, etc., etc.
Yes, yeah, it's always expanding additional treasuries. We've got stake Tightnecks and Blaze and dabbling in Pulse and doing all the things. Always expanding.
So you also got because you're so interconnected with so many other things. I mean, you particularly Dragonex here. They're getting a massive payout from the 88 day. They've already got a big amount, a couple $1 million in their treasury already. So I guess you're indirectly getting a benefit from that once that all sort of starts to move as well. So really, people are here quite early. Is a fair comment, I think.
And we also have lots of Dragonex derivatives with Baby Dragonex, Awesome X, Hydra. Right. So if you're bullish on Dragonex, Helios won't be left behind. we definitely recognize the power, and that was the whole vision, is to spread the treasury across multiple ecosystems, and that's what I call this a zombie protocol. Like, everyone could sell and leave, and like this protocol won't die because it has treasuries that are earning real yield that will go towards buying and burning this token and keep that buy pressure going.
So it's almost out of the /Tightnex PulseChain crossover ecosystem. It's pretty much probably the best kept secret in town in some ways. With its the size of the ecosystem is quite massive compared to anything else. So it's a different approach essentially to creating value from that point of view. So Janus is helping to feed the tower, and it's feeding which levels? Just as clarity.
All of them. I mean, it starts at 0. It's feeding it Pulse and call that layer 0, and it's buying token 1. All the Pulse buys token 1.
So the Janus is feeding this level, but it's also feeding the other 3 levels or 4 levels, I should say.
No. So token 7 itself is feeding level 7.
Right.
So any buy and sell of 7.
Level 0 is being fed by Janus. Level 7, 14, is it? 21 and 28 got their own individual taxes.
Yes, and they're all feeding just the single Tower 28 buy and burn. So 7 is not deflationary. It's still at exactly 1 million supply. It's just supporting the burning of 28, and that's why there are 28 tokens. The main focus is Tower 28. It is the top level, the max leverage, and the only one that has the super deflationary tokenomics behind it.
So if you were a user and you didn't want to take as much risk, you just go down to a lower level, basically, instead of level 28, which is potentially mad gains, but also you get particularly much higher volatility potentially. Because at the top of the tier, if you want less volatility, probably less gains, generally speaking, you're going down to a lower level, like basically level 8 or 7 or something like that.
Right. But the main points of interest, are every 7th level, because like I said, you can earn reflections on that. So if you're not playing the buy low, sell high day trader game, and you're just wanting passive income, you could hold any one of those tokens and earn additional tokens just
level
by
7, level 14 is another one. You can just hold that and get reflections, 1.5% of that 3% buy and sell tax. We got level 21 here as well, so you could do that on here as well. It's got nothing in it right now, but it is in there for the buy and burn. And then I don't know, we're at level 26. So 7 and 28 aren't showing up at the moment. There's no buying and burning them. That's basically what's happening.
Exactly.
What's the refresh rate on this? Does it auto refresh?
Yeah, it does. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking at the latest. Yep.
yeah.
And like I said, if you click 26, it'll take that balance and buy 27, and then the 27 box will immediately pop up with
You got to connect your wallet and call that, right?
yeah, yep.
And then
And it's
27.
actually it is whitelist only to
Oh, whitelist.
prevent MEV.
Okay, so only people on a whitelist can actually call it. So presumably, Rich
And
Random.
I'm happy to add. Yeah, if you're interested, you can DM me in Telegram, and I'll add any address. This is just a precautionary thing. We've seen MEV bots wreck protocols in the
Yeah.
past, and so to me, the best line of defense is having a whitelist. And now, actually, community members that are in Tower 28 are able to click that button. It's not taken over by bots. It's not getting MEV attacked. If we see any bad actors, then I just pull them off the whitelist and problem solved.
Yeah. So this is a pretty unique approach. There's nothing really out like this out in the market. You got 28 levels. You got level 0, one would argue, with the buy and burn. You got 4 tax or reflection token levels where people can earn reflections if they want the more conservative play. And if you really want to trade and potentially get mad gains, you go to the top of the tower essentially, try and play that game. So if you've got a bit of a more of a risk return profile, then that's something you can do. So that's some of the key stuff there. It's also tied into your wider Janus community ecosystem with all the treasuries. So it is kind of a long play, and the zombie protocol in some sense that people left that it's going to continue on. And it is one of the big staking with Janus. Helios, one of the big staking protocols for Titan X staking with the 888 day coming up as well. So some of the key stuff. What are some of the other key things you want to talk about in terms of maybe users participating? Anything else that was sort of missed? If there's anything.
Pretty much, again, at a high level, I got a cat that's trying to jump on me. At a high level, basically, like, the buy and burn is the magic that creates tons of volume and that leverage play, and this is automatic. Like I said, the tower is adding basically 5x volume on JANUS, which is generating a bunch of pulse. Then that pulse is then putting back in the buy and burn to then again run it through the whole tower.
Yeah.
And so,
well, we can actually see that on the chart here. So I've got this orange line by my count is when the Janus Tower started, and there's been a significant pickup in the volume.
Yes.
And so that's backing up what you just said there. And obviously we've got a little pump on today. We had some huge volume coming here, relatively speaking, back in the middle of the period. Any reason for that in particular? That was just that run up, was it? In the old chart that we're sort of saying here, this run up.
Right, because when 28 runs up, when people buy that, it's creating ARB events across 27 other tokens, including JANUS at the base, and they're all heavily paired. And that's where every buy or sell will generate 4 or 5 sells or buys behind it from bots. And that's where this is like a volume maniac. And that's kind of, again, where that loop comes in. 28 generates massive volume for JANUS. JANUS creates pulse and then feeds the buy and burn. The deflationary mechanism starts. It gets a run up, but then people sell it off. And then it just starts building up another cycle. I think that's what we're seeing here.
And that run off, of course, is always feeding back into the loop. So, and then people can come in and start buying it up again. Yeah. Get those reflections, etc. All right, cool. So let's come back to that bot contribution to value. Have you been monitoring that? How that's playing across all the levels? Are you able to monitor that easily enough?
Yes, I mean, it's just as much as like look for a large buy and then click on a few cells behind it and look at, and I'll see like it literally touches 5 tower tokens, and also JANUS and any of these other paired tokens. Like it's paired with PDI. It'll touch PDI. It'll like just it's absolutely. I've been monitoring the volume, and it's doing amazing things for JANUS volume.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And, like, we're still down in this, like, we haven't got the sentiment yet in the market. We've obviously had a bit of a lull, obviously, with the Pulse pulling back, a little bit of retrace in ETH, the Titanx, of course, all that sort of stuff. So, it's really doing pretty well in that context as well. It's probably another pumpermental there. So when everything really gets on fire, it's going to be fascinating to see the value added to this.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to time a market. That's not really my style. It's more like build the utility and the use case and put it out there. And when the market turns, you'll see a protocol performing as intended. You'll see the bond liquidity. If Titanx wakes up out of this bear market, you'll definitely see that on JANUS. No doubt. Same with PulseChain. The second people start playing with this Etch a Sketch, and we go to the moon, you'll see that happen with JANUS as it's paired with PulseX, Hex, PDI, all the top tokens.
That's fantastic. So, so you're looking to expand the web basically to some of these very popular tokens moving forward.
Yeah, I'm always expanding the web, and the tower experiment is think of an LP web built on top of an LP web. So like, we've seen LP webs and we've seen incentive tokens built on top of it. This is an incentive token, but an LP web as well, and it's generating volume for the base layer LP web that's feeding volume back to it. It's got a great back and forth on how these operate, and the end result is massive burning of
it's
tokens.
Unique too. It's unique in terms of the tokenomics setup. You really, because people used to question whether you could go past like 4 layers or 5 layers. I remember that, and so you said, "Screw that! I've gone to 28. Let's go. Let's test this out." And it's pretty interesting. So just if you're out there, we're basically covering JANUS Towers. It's been around for about 40 days. This is the top tower level, which is 28 that we're looking at. And the dude is, for me, is one of the best tokenomics guys out there, really leading the way, which I love. As you guys know, I'm in crypto because I love tokenomics that people come up with. Really is the new Wall Street from my point of view. All the innovations happening here in DeFi. And the dude's one of those guys that would otherwise be in a movie, but here he is on the Crypto Night Show. So there we go. We've got a great bunch of people watching right now. So if you guys haven't smash the follow, hit the likes. That is the website also for Helios. So you can find all the details there and hit up the dude. Now, if you guys got any questions, it's probably a good time to start putting them in the chat here as well for the dude on this really, really cool occasion. So it really is a great honor to have the dude in on the show today. Now, is there anything else you want to talk about in terms of like the dashboard? I know you got a dashboard here as well.
The dashboard's for JANUS specifically. I had the liquidity pool promotion. It has since ended. We've given out over $100,000 in rewards to people participating in that.
Okay.
But it is now ran dry, and that's over. But on the left side there, you've got minting JANUS. You can mint JANUS, but to do that, you have to burn Helios and pay a Pulse fee. And that's on the left side there.
Yeah, I see you got all the tower levels in here for the liquidity side of provision. So you can actually just provide liquidity through the protocol here into those
and earn rewards. But like I said, that has ended. So
that's ended,
everyone, everyone that could claim those are letting them. They're available to be claimed. But
okay, cool.
But again,
Right.
like if you mint JANUS, you're burning Helios, which supports the ecosystem, and you're paying a pulse fee that's going to the Tower 28 buy and burn. Again,
Mhm.
supporting that. So it's again where everything's intertwined, interconnected. One thing supporting the other. They're all supporting each other. And
Yeah.
that's really what I'm trying to do is just have one strong ecosystem with every future launch.
So you've got the Helix ecosystem, you've got the H20, 420 ecosystem, you've got Janus, and now the Janus Tower. And of course, you've got the Treasury, which I guess brings all that value into the Treasury. You've got the stats page at the moment as well. Is there anything relevant on here that's in terms of Janus Tower?
That's what I was adding last night. I meant
Mhm.
to put up the first draft. So what I've got now is below the JANUS stats. There's a JANUS Tower 28
Yeah,
stats that
great.
shows how much has been burned, what's in liquidity, what's in people's hands.
Mhm.
I think that's important. Those pie charts are really important. And as you can see with JANUS, less than 1% of the supply is actually liquid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Hey, look, we have a strategy club in the Discord, and I know there's one person in particular in there that is a fervent believer in your ecosystem and has been in there for a long time, accumulating and things like that. They see the vision that you're doing, and yeah, you know who I'm talking about out there. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah,
yeah.
it's going to be fun to see this, especially as we, move from this inflection point into, I guess, the PulseChain bull market eventually, as well as Titan X as well. I'm sure we'll have its massive second wave coming up. So this is going to be this new stats page will probably be up with what in a day or two or within the next 24 hours, something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everyone will be able to see it there. That will help a lot. All right, cool. Is there anything else that we need to talk about other than your socials? Anything that we've
I
missed?
don't believe so.
No, we don't seem to have any questions in here. We've got a lot of people watching, but no questions in here at the moment. I just want to give a special shout out to Rich Landon for some good comments there. Right time, right place. And thanks again to Darko there as well for those last comments in there as well. We've got quite a few people in the house,
Yeah.
including Crypto Utah. Big shout out.
Yeah.
Um,
Darko is a supporter. He's just very critical.
yeah. Well, we talk about. I did a show yesterday on marketing promotions, right? And consistency is the real key. Getting on, I talk to this because I've seen out there some people say, "Oh, you don't need to do promotions; everything's fine," and we're just all part of the same community, love and peace and all that sort of stuff. But it's not actually how things work. Any founder knows that you need to get out there and promote. Any streamer knows that you've got to be consistently streaming if you're going to build an audience, etc., etc. It's not just a given, right? It's not just a given. So and the dudes out there, and of course on this channel today, and we've got a really great audience watching right now. And that's what you do, right? You get out there and you let people know about the awesome stuff that you've been building, and they can decide whether to get on in or not. But it really is about consistency. It's the number one thing I said yesterday. It's the same here. Is that you just got to be consistent, and one day after another day, and you just keep building. Either whether it's in Telegram or on X or on YouTube or wherever it's going to be. That's what you do. So that's what the dude's been doing, and it's great to have him on the show because he really is one of the best tokenomics guys in the space. So it's great to have you. Um,
Thank you. And I would
um,
love to come back a month later and do an update. And where do
absolutely,
you,
absolutely, yeah,
where do you
definitely.
think this chart is heading? Is this like another
Well, we're going to have
meme pump
I
and
think it's
dump?
going to be a zigzag up and to the right kind of chart. That's what I figure that's happening, given the dynamics that you've laid out today, and
Yeah.
also where we are in the where I think we are in this year's crypto move. I think that's kind of what we're going to see there. And the treasuries are going to play an important role. Our bots play an important role. Users are going to play an important role, and just the whole mechanic setup is going to play an important role. And we're going to be fun to see it play out. It's probably where I'd go with that. Rich Landon says we love Darko along the finish line. There we go. Lots of support there, Darko. So yeah, we're coming up to 55 minutes on the hour, but we're going to check out the socials. So just in a quick summary, this is 28. This is the top layer, top level of the tower. And of course, there are 28 tokens trading, isn't there, with peers, and there could be multiple peers, right, for each level, arguably. And it is on 9mm. So if you are, I guess, if you're using Petius, you'll route through that. Some sort of DEX aggregator will route through that as well.
I will point out Petius doesn't do well with tax tokens a lot of times.
Right. So. Okay. So you might just have to go to 9mm and do the trade. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just take that into account. And typically you can just hit the button here on deck screen and it will take you to 9mm, no doubt. Over here, which will, I guess, let's do that. Actually, it's taken me to a sub pocket. Can you see the sub pocket there? Yeah, you can. Yeah, there it is there. So you can buy that on the site there. I guess you would have to hit that button and set that one. So this takes you to dex.9mm.pro, and you can, I guess, add the token there, import, and you can buy that with Pulse. There we go. Pretty easy. And this is the second biggest DEX on PulseChain. All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is JANUS is there as well. JANUS token is out there, which is kind of would you call it the parent token, or just another the parent project?
Yeah, it's supporter, baseline, all the things. The tower can run on its own for sure, but it's heavily connected to JANUS by design.
Yeah. I don't know if we should be winding up the show soon, dude, because we've got more and more people watching as we go. I don't know. It's just the way it goes. We got 72 holders right now for the top tier token, 28. Remember, there's token 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually really love the idea. I think it's a brilliant move, and it is species unique, as we say in the crypto. And that's going to be fun to see it all play out with those fundamentals we talked about. This is the JANUS one. It's helping to feed the buy and burns as well. And then we've got, obviously, the protocol itself. And if you want to get to it, you have to go to the Helios website, which I think I had up here. There it is there. And you have to go to JANUS and the tower, buy and burn. And that will show you all the different levels that are currently got value in them. And we can see level 1, 2, and 3 are missing at the moment. But if you call the swap here, I guess, if you're on the whitelist, you can call that. If you want to get on the whitelist, you have to hit the dude up. And then, level 1 or token 1, 2, 3, and 4. Level 1, 2, 3, and 4 will show up. But we've got many of the levels already showing up with some value sitting inside the buy and burns. And level 7, 14, and 21 and 28 have tax tokens, so they're feeding the system on that level. You can take a more conservative approach just by holding on one of those levels relative to being on the top tower. But if you do like a bit of risk and trading and mad gains potentially, then you can play the top of the tower. It's kind of the way of summing it up, I guess. Anything about that, the dude?
Yeah, just if you were holding in 40 days, 20% of the supply has been burned while you're earning more of these tokens that are becoming more and more scarce.
Yeah. Let's just say that one more time. So within the project's been going for about 40 days, and within 20 days, you'd say?
Yeah, and just in that run up was the first 2 weeks hardly much of anything went on.
Yeah.
But as soon as it had that run up, tons of volume was running through JANUS. Yeah. Tons of Pulse was getting ran through the Tower 28 buy and burn. And that's where, I would say 15% of the token was burnt in just those 3 green candles.
Staggering. Yeah.
And then since it's pulled back and then come back up, we've seen another 6 or 7% being burned just in that time frame. So,
but interesting enough, we started to ride back up again, and we've got another big green candle here right now. So, it's dynamic. It's on the move. We got a great bunch of people watching right now. So let's go to the socials here. If you want to follow the dude and get all the latest and greatest information, you should definitely follow there. You're getting all the latest stats updates as well. And they got dark mode. Everyone likes the dark mode. 20% burn on JANUS is from Whipping here, dear. So you've got and getting some good following there. You got Ali Kane in the house. Big shout out there. I know we've got Crypto Utah watching at the moment. And Ali Kane in there is one of us. They're all in the same team. Last time I remember. And kind kind of cool. So you can keep up to date with everything on the socials. So I'm going to post the socials to the dude. Ask any questions. I guess where's the best place to contact you? Telegram, is it?
I prefer Telegram, but I am on X and I do see DMs, but I hang out on Telegram. When I'm working, I've got 3 screens up. One screen is dedicated to Telegram
Oh,
always.
fantastic.
So that's the best way to get a hold of me for sure.
Now, some of the other
And
things, yeah.
yeah,
So,
in the Helios Telegram, you can get any and all your questions answered as well.
yeah, fantastic. So jump into the Helios Telegram if you want to do that. You can obviously find that via X, I think. At the top here is it, and on the website probably. That's the Telegram there. I'll post it in the chat as well, just so people can hit that up. I think you guys are going to see a lot more from JANUS Tower and the rest of the ecosystem. Really is a big ecosystem, guys. So the dude is building, and that is the link to Telegram. Get in there and ask your questions, get involved as well. The other thing was, I guess we haven't really talked about future roadmap. Obviously, you're building out this. You've already built out a pretty extensive ecosystem from Ethereum through multi-chain through the PulseChain. You've really ramped that up, which is really exciting from PulseChain point of view. What's you're going to continually build out this ecosystem, this roadmap? So any little teasers or any ideas there that you can let us know? Or is it too soon?
I love DeFi. This is exactly where I want to be. And DeFi is like Lego building blocks. You can build on anything and everything and connect and do all the things, and that's what I love. And I would say this whole year is dedicated to building out these ecosystems and continuing adding value every step of the way. I can't believe it's already September. Because I feel like I've been saying this since January, that I have months and months of work ahead of me, and it's not slowing down.
So that's one thing I can say is that you've been working hard. You've been creating a huge ecosystem. You're really pushing the tokenomics frontier. You really care about the people that get involved because you're really creating value propositions that I think that people can really get into. Obviously, everybody out there, you got to do your own due diligence, all the normal stuff. But you are just one of the most prolific innovators in the space as well. So that's really, really cool. Any final words? I guess we're up to about an hour and 2 minutes. So I think we'll probably wrap it up about here. Any final words or inspirations that you'd like to leave for everybody watching?
Yeah, on top of me just working on all of these things, I've joined a group of other builders, and we're putting our minds together to build something epic that not any one of us could have done on our own. But with a team of builders, we can really put together something amazing. And we're getting to the final stretches. We're really very close. I would say less than 2 weeks from revealing what I've been working on the last several months, and how it's going to benefit all of the Tidenex ecosystem, the wider crypto market, and in general. I'm really excited about it. But aside from that, I've got 3-4 projects that I'm all kind of juggling. Some get shelved, some get pulled out. Final words is you will see lots more of me in the future.
Fantastic.
More builds, more ads, definitely coming.
Awesome stuff. Hey, look, like we've recently just been covering Unity and Taurus from Cryptographics. He's really pushing the frontier tokenomics. You have been doing this for a lot longer and building out a massive ecosystem as well. And we've had both of you on the show, and it really is a privilege to have both of you really building things out. I know Crypto Utah's in there; he's really doing his thing as well, and it's exciting times. I think the only one left to go, and I think we saw a little bit of teaser there yesterday, who was also pushing the frontier tokenomics, is good old mad scientist Stevie D. Saw him coming back there with a new roadmap or something. So it really is exciting. You guys are crushing it, and looking forward to catching up with you again in another month's time to see what the next stage of this protocol and your next roadmap is going to be rolling out. So really, really exciting. And thanks for very much to the dude for coming on. We've got a great crowd. Check out once again all the socials for Helios. and of course Janus Tower. Give a follow on Telegram, on X. Very important to check them all out. You'll be able to talk to the dude directly on there, and of course check out the protocol itself on Helios.win. And I think we also had the token up the top there. The top of the tower, number 28, is there. But if you guys, you're all geeky out there, you want to go hunt all the tokens and put them in a little token group, go for it. Go for it. That's what we can say. All right. Thanks very much. It's a bye for me. And the dude, what's your final comments there?
I'll see you at the top. See
you at the top, guys. Janus Tower. Check it out. All right. Bye for now. Take care.